Hold up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Epw Uncensored. I'm your host,
Yes,
Sir
yes.
SHEMAR, and I'm joined by my right hand man, Shady the Robot. Say what's up to the
Hey,
people.
hey, how y'all doing, baby? I'm back. I'm back, and I'm here to host my idea, EPW Uncensored, here from the wonderful city of Brooklyn, right after Great Wars. You know what I'm saying? We had a wonderful breakdown of action, but I'm gonna let Shamar tell you a little bit more about that one.
But first, before we talk about Great Wars, let's talk about the Hall of Fame and what happened at
Hmm.
the Hall of Fame. We got quite a couple inductees into the Hall of Fame, including
Hmm.
yours truly, Shamar, which is me. Yes,
Uh-huh,
I'm very
uh-huh.
proud to be in the Hall of Fame. Very proud. You know, I've done a lot for this company, and to make sure that I got my recognition, is amazing. But the main story we gotta talk about, the one of the best factions, if not the best faction in EPW
The
history,
best.
just got
The
inducted
best.
into the Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
Chaos.
Yes, yes. It feels good to come back being inducted into the Hall of Fame with my brothers, Dark, Ironic, and Gore. We started off as just being mid card guys, and we took over the scene, and we've just been dominant since. And Chaos has turned from three kids having a dream from mid card to high level talent to being the best in the league, and then leaving it, having the opportunity to come back to being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then of course getting opportunities down the line is pretty cool. And on behalf of Dark Grind Ironic, we here in Chaos thank you for inducting us into the Hall of Fame. But that don't mean we're done.
Oh,
After
no, no,
Great
no.
Wars,
Because let's get into it right now. First, before we get into that, let's talk about KJ Finesse. I would say
mhm,
the longest reigning IC champion, the longest reigning champion ever in EPW, and he has just been hooked into the Hall of Fame. His rookie year, and he's
former
in the Hall
former
of Fame.
Chaos member, by the way.
Yep, he was a cast member. I'm telling you, man, this dude could do nothing wrong. Every week he was doing open challenges. He defended that titles in triple threats, in fatal four ways, and elimination chambers, and he won all of them. He has a,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna spoil it for you, not yet. But something changed. So right now, let's get into Great Wars. We start off Great
Mm.
Wars with the tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. It was a rematch
Uh-huh.
of the epic matches that High Voltage and
Uh-huh.
High Voltage. Sorry, I'm trying to forget. High Voltage and the
I
Howling
mean, the other
had.
team lost, of course. Of course, I mean, the other team lost. Of course, they're
Of course,
forgettable.
Howling lost. It was sad for them to lose, even though they won their titles at Fastlane by beating BJC and DGC. But you can't win them all. At least they won the tag
Mm-hmm.
team titles. But then let's talk about after the match. Who came
Aha,
back
aha, aha. Yeah.
and decided to make their claims back on the tag team titles?
Yeah, we
Chaos.
did. I think. Yeah, yeah. I think we pulled him to a table. Yeah, we did pull him on the table. Dark might have broke his neck, and if you watch the clip back, I stuck in a little insecurity
Yeah,
right
at the
there. I think
same
his
time.
neck
Yeah,
might be
both got
getting.
them at the same time.
Yeah, you might wanna check his neck because I don't think he'll be able to compete at Asylum this Monday if my pal Dark calls him out. But yeah, like I said, we aren't done. Dark and I obviously want those tag belts that we do technically have a rematch for around our waist. And since seeing as kind of cleaned out the tag division, why not insert ourselves back into the
That's true,
fold,
but
right?
Shady, you gotta understand, the tag team division is growing. There's more teams now
Mm-hmm.
that you gotta handle.
Mm-hmm.
There's more
Mm-hmm.
teams. So how you gonna handle that?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna do the same thing old Chaos used to do. Back when me and Q used to run through every tournament you threw at us and defending our tag goal, when me and Dark held the tag titles for 5.5 months, only losing once in that span, we're gonna do what got us to the Hall of Fame. And that's just be dominant, you know what I'm saying? Back when we left and we started wrestling around the world, we grew experience as a tag team even more than we were in EPW. We're hoping to bring that outside experience back. You know what I'm saying? Give back to EPW. We're coming back slightly different people. We're nicer people, hopefully.
Oh, I can't wait for that. But let's talk about the story of the hour. Besides that Chaos return, KJ Finesse, after 9.5 months, lost his Intercontinental title to Little Kid in a huge fatal 4-way match.
KJ obviously being a former cast member, so I remember him cast a lot, but it's my thing. I got to train with KJ a lot. I did. Me, Dark, KJ, Gore, Ironic. We used to do 6-man matches. We get in the ring together and do whatever we want. K's biggest weakness always was the numbers game. 1v1, he's a very, very great in ring competitor. 1v1, and he
survived one of the best wrestlers in the EPW history, jamming. He survived K jamming.
Probably the best IC champion of all time. I faced Easting.
He is 9.5 months. Easting, another Hall of Famer. Yeah. Another Hall of Famer.
He passed up Easting. To me, he had a better title run than Easting.
He did 9.5 months, and he even won a Ray. He defended that title. He had open challenges every
single week. Yeah, but his weakness was always the numbers game, and
his weakness was always He did survive that triple threat match at New Year's Revolution, but survived. But I guess numbers game. It always catches up to him.
But if he does if and when he gets a number one contenders match or a rematch, it's a 1v1 environment. My money's always on KJ.
But KJ,
3 or 4 people.
KJ spoke to me in the back after the match, and he was like, "I'm done with the IC title picture. I'm trying to go for that world title."
Ooh, I can see KJ.
And coming up, he could, because coming up, we're going to have EPW Lockdown on next pay-per-view. He could be inside that elimination chamber for that title. And this time it is the numbers game, but this time it's elimination chamber, as you get eliminated. So as long
since he's not the champion, we don't know what number he could be coming out.
We don't know. It's gonna be random, but I do tell you what's happened to that world title match. A1 faced Sloppy at Great Wars, and A1 successfully defended his title in the main event of Great Wars. Shady, you gotta see that match. That match was a total
I was actually in the crowd for that match, and I tell you, I've also had the opportunity to step in the ring with A1. I trained with Sloppy. Sloppy obviously also being a former cast member, but we didn't really like him too much. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we really don't.
But Sloppy was a solid competitor last time I faced him, but to get demolished like that by A1, wow.
I mean, he did come back, but then it didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him. Wow.
And he was complaining. He attacked A1. He was saying that he was going to be the champion. He was going to take that title. Remember, he only needed he needs 2 more titles in order to become the first ever EPW Grand Slam champion. But it didn't work out for him tonight.
I heard he also had some controversy in the back with the GMs after his loss, which to me seems pretty soft.
I mean, look, I have nothing against Sloppy, but he came at me talking about I screwed him. I gave him a fair match. I did not interfere in that match. I didn't do nothing. I never interfere in those matches because I know how important those matches are. And to him to tell me backstage that he got screwed, that's not That's not fair to me because
That's
I
not
didn't do
cool.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's not cool. What did I do?
Mhm.
I was just there watching, as I always do, watch every match, and I know how much these guys tore the house down, and that is literally like the best main event of Great Wars. Last year's main event, I'm not trying to throw shade, but that 3 minute match,
Yeah,
that
see what
match
you're
went
talking.
out for 17 minutes. One of the best
My
main
match
events
last year
of
at Great
EPW.
Wars was, yeah, pretty good, pretty great main event. Congratulations to A1 for defending his championship.
A1, man, how much has this dude improved? Ever since his match
Oh
with
yeah,
Gore, since One Night Stand?
oh yeah, he's definitely gotten so much better. I think that match with Gore when he lost, I think that match with Gore was a wake up call. You know what
It
I'm saying?
was. It was a wake up call.
And consistent, he's been on a tear. Hopefully, I get to step in the ring with him post Great Warriors and maybe see how much he's improved against me. Considering last time I was in the ring with him, I beat him.
I'm
But
telling you, man, he won the hardcore title 3 times, was
mhm,
defending that shit every damn day of the week. Then I put him in the King of the Ring. He wasn't doing that good. Then I put him in one shot, one opportunity for that world title, and he took it
and
and he became
capitalize on that.
world champion.
Yes, yes. A1's always had that killer mentality. He's always known when and how and why to capitalize. And I feel like that when you gave him that title match, that was his moment to capitalize. He's been capitalizing on it since. And in the great event, main event of Great War, it's something he really, really wanted. He capitalized again and picked up that dub against an unrelenting question mark Sloppy, who, I mean, looking at the stats, looking at the numbers, everyone gave the advantage to A1, and we see why. No offense to Sloppy. None of this. No, Sloppy, don't take any of this offensively at all. Calm down. Hold your horses.
Yep,
Still think you're a great competitor. Still think you're a great dude.
yep. But
But
things
damn,
happen.
but Sloppy, you got your ass. Man.
And let's talk about that
Ooh.
universal title match between Hector
Mm-hmm.
and King Me. Hector almost
Mm-hmm.
had it. He was competing
Um,
against one of the greats, but he failed. And
mm-hmm.
King Me is still champion. You gotta think, who will be King Me's next opponent, competitor?
Hopefully, I mean, hopefully, maybe it's me, maybe it's not.
I think I know who
King
it
Me,
is,
I've
and
been.
I think you know who I know who it is, and who.
Oh yeah, we're throwing ironic at him real fast, but
It could be against a returning
I've been.
superstar. We don't know. Shady don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But it could be against a returning superstar because he will also be defending his title in the Elimination Chamber. And get the twist to this. All the champions that are in the Elimination Chamber will be number one. That puts them at a
Ah,
huge disadvantage. We might see
huge
some title
disadvantage.
changes.
We will see some title changes if that's the case, definitely. Because no offense to King, but I don't think he has the longevity to come out number one, last all the way through that chamber with five other top guys on EPW Asylum and come out as champion. I don't think he does. I don't think he has the longevity to do that. I mean, skill, death, charisma, certainly. Resiliency, of course. But longevity, mm,
I don't think
I
A1
don't
has
think
that
so.
either. We're gonna put
I don't
that
know.
to the
I think
test.
A1 has that longevity. Definitely think he does. But
But against KJ, who might be in that
against
chamber,
KJ and four other men coming out
we're
at
not
number
saying that
one,
KJ might be in there, but if he wins this qualification match that's gonna be happening soon, he could be walking out the next world champion. I'm
yeah,
not.
it's possible.
It's possible. And let's talk
Yeah.
about that. The last thing. Let's talk about that triple threat match for the
Hmm.
television title. It was 30 minutes Iron Man match, and it went into a draw. Matt had two,
Uh huh.
Rashomon had two. And now it has been confirmed by me that on the next episode of Warzone, Rashamel and Matt will be facing in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the EPW television title. That is going to be
Ooh,
interesting.
that's something I'd pay to see. I've also been at Rochamel before. Matt obviously being one of the first people I met when I came to EPW, and Matt training me when I first came to EPW. Huge shout out to Matt. Definitely one I'm looking forward to. Because if you remember, last time I stepped in the ring with Rochamel, he put me through a table, and I didn't like that. So I might have some sort of grudge against Rochamel and making my decision here, but I'm giving it ultimately to Matt. I think Matt will pick up the win in this 2 out of 3 falls match
And become a television champion again.
I think Matt can do it. And Rochamel, he want to put me through tables, huh? All right. I see you.
Well,
I see you.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first episode of EPW Uncensored. Join us. I would say we're going to be doing this, I guess, after every pay-per-view.
Which means see us after EPW Lockdown, and we'll definitely have guests.
Oh, yeah, we will be having a lot of guests in the shows. A lot of guests in the shows after their match, and a lot of guests in the shows.
Maybe they'll be better than SHEMAR at commentating these, but...
Huh? Oh, okay. All right. We're going to throw shade right now. We're going to throw shade. All right. Bet. That's right. You know what? I'm not even going to bury him. I'm not even going to bury him. All right? I'm cool. I'm cool.
You cool. Well, we'll see you all next time on EPW
Uncensored.